Well, hello everybody. I guess we're live. Thanks for coming back to another Facebook Live at MB Pyland. We're talking again about Transformotion in a Box. And in case you missed our last Facebook Live, Transformotion in a Box is our new product that really helps people who are stuck in their innovation or maybe running out of fresh ideas or just need a better way to grow their business, solve problems differently. So each quarter there's a box full of 5 to 8 specially curated items, as well as a workbook with some exercises that help you use those items and use your own brain in some fresh new ways so that you can be a better innovator and problem solver. Last Facebook Live, we gave you a little sneak peek or a reveal of what was in our spring box, and today we're going to give you a little bit more. So, pretend like you got to open this up and see everything. Here is the workbook, and we're going to take you through one of our exercises today.
And besides working at MB Pyland, I am also an entrepreneur, so I know how important it is to stay on top of your problem-solving skills and figure out ways to be more creative and innovative. And this is just one of the many ways that you can do that.
Okay, so here is our book, our mini workbook, and we picked out one of the exercises today because I think sometimes if you haven't experienced this yet, you're not exactly sure, well, how is this going to help? Sorry about that. Okay, so exercise in this book, we call this one 3 Sides of the Coin. Now, you could do this exercise just by yourself, which a lot of times people are going to be using this Transformotion in a Box on their own. But you can also do it as part of a group exercise. And of course, we always think the more brains, the better, and the more ideas, the better, because the first idea isn't always going to be the best, but if you sort of keep working through things, you're going to come up with something really good. So this exercise tells you first off to just think about the problem that you're working on and write it down. We work with a lot of clients who are membership organizations, and so we thought just for fun we would take our problem as trying to get more members for our organization. So we're going to write that down. We want to grow our membership, and ideally you might even put a number by that, by 5% or 10%. So now we're going to say, what are some of the ideas in the past that we've had during brainstorming on how to get more members? And let's pick one that somebody said, no, that won't work.
So one might be, we got to do a direct mail campaign. Let's do a direct mail campaign, get more members.
And somebody said, nope, that'll never work. People just get too much mail. That's not going to work. So our challenge is to say, all right, maybe it won't work, but maybe it will if we change it around a little bit. So let's say instead of saying, no, that won't work, let's say this will work, and here's what it might look like. Here's why.
So maybe it's not a standard direct mail piece. It's not a postcard or a letter. Maybe it's gigantic. Maybe it's a huge poster that gets delivered flat.
Or
something they can't ignore.
Yeah, or maybe it's not a physical piece of mail, but maybe it's an electronic campaign instead.
Or it could also be something delivered person to person, and instead of just this thing that lands in the mailbox, it's this nice little package. Maybe there's some cookies and an invitation or something like that, and it's taken out to prospective members.
Or it's edible, so it's not just cookies, it's a giant cookie with the information written on it in icing, or imprinted on a big piece of chocolate. It's an edible invitation.
Yeah, that would be hard to miss, and it would certainly be something that people would talk about. I mean, if I got that edible invitation on my desk, I'd be telling everybody. I'd probably be taking a picture of it and sharing it on my social media and telling some of my colleagues about this really interesting, cool package that I got today.
What if it was a bottle of wine and the invitation was on the label of the wine bottle?
Ooh, I like that. Ooh, or what if you had some glasses that had the invitation in the bottom so they see it when they drink?
Or if it's one of those hot-cold kind of technology that when you put a hot liquid in, then the logo appears, or
the message is revealed.
The message reveals. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea. So that way every day when someone puts their coffee in it, they get the message again.
There you go.
Okay, so you get the idea. We just brainstormed off of defending this direct mail and turning it into something a little more special and unique. So that's a way that you can do that for yourself. Some of those ideas were kind of outlandish, but then we took them and built on them and turned into some pretty good, interesting, different ways to help you grow and reach new prospective members. So that's step 2. Now the next step is, what's the flip side of that solution? So we said, instead of direct mail, what if it were something opposite of that? We kind of went down that road already a little bit because we were just being organic. But if it's not mail, it is what else?
In person.
In person, okay. It could be a phone call. Now, we all know we don't really like telemarketing messages, but if it were a personal message from someone we know, that would be quite a bit different.
What if it was sung to you by a celebrity?
Ooh.
A sung advertisement or a sung invitation.
So you could do that as a little podcast, or you could do that as an email that they click the link and hear it. So it would be direct marketing still, but it wouldn't be that actual hard paper direct mail piece.
Or like a YouTube type of video.
Ooh, and then maybe we could add a challenge. Like we send out the celebrity message, and then we ask people to record their own message and do it either as karaoke or to make up their own lyrics or something like that and share and post it. So obviously if you were a creative membership organization, you'd be more likely to have people do that.
If you make it relevant to what your organization's purpose or mission is, then it would be easier to come up with something that resonates, that people find meaningful.
Right.
Or maybe there could be something like making surprise visits to businesses, bringing in treats for the employee staff, and planting a seed that way.
I like that. Maybe we do that and we make all the staff like us so much that then they're putting pressure on the decision maker to go ahead and join because they all feel like they would get some benefit from it. That's kind of spreading it out rather than just feeling like one person is going to get this benefit. How is my whole organization going to benefit from this membership? Okay, so then the next step would be, let's just hack the problem. Instead of saying we're a membership organization where people pay to become members, what if we flip that around?
What if you picked 10 people and you paid them to be members, and they were 10 experts that would drive the rest of your membership to want to belong?
So they're the kind of people that people look up to. Maybe they're subject matter experts, or they're thought leaders, some really good credible people that can also be ambassadors to help bring in other members. I like that idea.
Yeah, that is good.
What if you just paid a spiff to your current members to recruit somebody else? Maybe if they bring in 5 new members, you could give them a discount on their membership fees for this year. That might be a good encouragement.
And then maybe you can even host a special dinner event at the end of the month to recognize those people who are, getting good referrals.
Reward them.
Yeah, reward them in a special way.
Or could we bundle our memberships with something else? Instead of this membership that they're paying for being just the thing that they're used to, could we bundle that with some other things that they would really like that would benefit their organization? Maybe some kind of special training or seminar that typically you have not offered, but could you partner with a really renowned speaker? Or could you bundle your membership efforts to go along with a dining membership at a nice club? Or
like a reciprocal membership. That's a great idea.
And I think part of that would be, you certainly have to know what your potential members would value and what your current members would value. But maybe bundling that with some other things that they might find beneficial could be an enticement for them to join or renew.
Maybe when they join your organization, it's a joint membership with another organization that complements the focus of your group. So, so there's no overlap, but the two organizations complement one another.
Or I was wondering if instead of saying people have to buy their membership? What if they rented their membership? I'm not exactly sure how that would work, but that would be a different way to look at it. What would that look like?
Well, maybe they could share membership, because sometimes if cost is a barrier, they could share membership with another person, either in their own organization, or you have, but you let them share with somebody else. And maybe you charge more for that than, so that the shared cost makes it lower for the individual, but the net for your organization, it's a win-win. So it gives individuals a lower price option, but it also helps your organization generate that membership revenue that it needs to survive.
And of course, there's always a trial model where you can let them do it for free for 1 or 2 months, and then from there, capture their attention to where they will be willing to pay, or put themselves in a position where they can make it happen because they see the value.
I like that. So give it to them free for a little bit and then get them hooked. Really offer them some great things, and then encourage them to.
Or they get a free membership or a partial, like a month or 2 for each new member that they help recruit. So they help do the recruiting for you, and that's their reward. It helps lower their cost.
Okay,
that's a bunch of ideas.
So you get the idea. We really churned out a lot of ideas in a really short amount of time. In 11 minutes, we took a problem and we defended an idea before that we said wouldn't work because we made it better. Then we flipped it and said, what's the opposite of that? And those are some other ways that we could grow our membership. And then we took that problem again and said, what if the problem is different than how we described it? What if we're not trying to sell more memberships, but we're renting, or we're bundling, or we're sharing in some other way? So that's the idea, is how you can use the exercises in the Transformotion workbook to take your problem and work on it and look at it with some new eyes from some different perspectives. And because we facilitated that, it helped you come up with some new ideas.
And don't forget to visit us online at mbpyland.com/transformotion to order your own Transformotion box. If you put an order in before June 1st, you'll get our summer shipment box, which goes out mid-June.
Great. So thank you. We hope that we helped you with some new ideas to solve problems, and we hope to see you signing up for our subscription. Thanks.
Bye.